Um, this is inspired by a post that was in my memory feed thread, and it was from a friend, Rachel, who's a really good spiritual coach, energy worker on the East Coast. It brought me to an idea. She was talking about how people judge her very harshly because she's an energy worker and a life coach and things like that. And so people come and may judge her for things that she does in her personal life. And, it had me thinking about my own life because of what I do, and it's like healers and spiritual people. There's this idea that, since we do work and we can help people, and we've done the studies and taken the time to kind of expand our consciousness, that we are going to be like these perfect people who have no problems and are never going to swear and are never going to drink and are never going to have any fun. And I think about this often, which I shouldn't, because the saying is, don't worry about people's opinions. Opinions are like buttholes, right? And everybody has a butthole. As for me, I think about it a lot because, like, I'm a vulgar, jestful person. I like to joke around. I like dirty jokes. I'm not afraid to post something, of a chick in a thong or something, because I like butts. And then I think to myself, oh man, this is gonna kill my business. This is gonna hurt what people think of me, because it's not aligned per se with spiritual healing. And then I think to myself, but this is who I am, and when I first became a Christian years ago, I'm not anymore, but I went through this phase where I was like, oh man, I was reading the Bible so much that and going to church so much that, like, convinced me, like, hey, you've got to be this perfect person or you're a horrible person. And so for a while I like forced myself to, like, not swear, and I threw away all my video games, and I stopped watching rated R movies, and I wouldn't listen to rap music anymore. I would only listen to Christian music that was, like, free of sex and free of swears, and I was like, this is the only way I'm gonna reach the kingdom of heaven. And after I got out of Christianity, I kind of, like, rebelled, which I also spoke about the other day. Is I was rejecting my own personal self so much that once I was able to be myself again, I just rebelled, and I went back into making rap music that was, like, super vulgar, and I realized that when I try to turn myself off, the natural me, that's what seems to happen. Is, like, I'll go through, like, a rebellious phase where it'll be, like, more pronounced of who I really am. Like, hey, here's a bunch of pictures of tattooed half-naked girls. I like tattooed half-naked girls. And that's not healthy either. It's not healthy to cap yourself off and try to limit who you are, because, in the end, I'm just a person, and, mind you, people don't often, sometimes on a rare occasion, come and say, hey, whoa, this, like, certain part of you is, like, not cool, man. Like, you should not be so vulgar, and you shouldn't ever talk about yourself, and, oh, your ego. And it's like, you know what? I didn't really get on this path to be the second coming of Christ, and I don't want anybody to think that just through my Facebook. It's like that post that says, practice what you post. I don't want people to think through my posts that, oh man, Trevor must be this guy who sits in a room all day and meditates and, is just drinking water and eating organic, vegetarian, non-GMO food, which is not at all the really perception I want people to to view me on, because I want people to know that, like, yeah, I'm a normal person, which I like. I like that idea that, yeah, I'm a normal person. I'm like you. I've got things I like. I've got things I don't like. Sometimes I get angry. Sometimes I get sad. Sometimes I get scared. Sometimes I feel like making dick jokes or poop jokes. And that's me, who I am. But that still doesn't take away from the fact that I'm here to help, and then I have gifts and I want to use them. So yeah, this video, I guess, is just about people that are in the same boat, and maybe you feel like you need to change all these things about yourself, because you're never gonna achieve anything unless you change all these things about you. But there's even when I tried changing myself, I always went back to myself, because I am me in this body, and I love me, and I don't want to hide me, and I don't want to act like a self-righteous person who's got all their shit together, because no, that's, first of all, that's boring, and second of all, how would I ever be able to relate to people if I wasn't my true self, So, if you're in the same position and you're kind of wondering, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, should I be a nun and just sit in a cave meditating? Yeah, for sure. If that's something that, like, you love, do that. If not, just be yourself and run with it, and the people that understand that will stay, and the people that don't will leave, and that's just what energy does, So good morning, and have a good Monday.